to learn from this story time what I did to help take my past client from making $100 about every other day or so to having $1,000 day. Hustle babes, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all of my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneur journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community. Today, I decided to do a video that's just a little bit different but still super helpful. Today I want to give you guys kind of like a story time but with a twist, right? Because typical story times, you just sit there and, you know, get some tea from it. But today I want you to not only listen to this story time but also to learn from this story time what I did to help take my past client from making $100 about every other day or so to having $1,000 day. If you're interested in that, you definitely want to grab your notebook, grab your pen, and it's about to get good, all right? So go ahead and grab your tea. I'm about to grab mine. Let me go get that. Let's get into this story, hustle babes. Before I can start to tell you what I did to get this client from 100 to 1,000, I gotta kind of give you the backstory behind it. So this basically happened last year in quarter 4. So quarter 4, if you don't know, for businesses is the biggest quarter of the year. I call it the Big 4 because this is where you have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
A few moments later.
Cyber Monday, Christmas, other holidays, and New Year's Eve, right? This is where typically a lot of businesses, if they do their marketing correctly, they will make a lot of money during quarter 4. I had a bunch of people who wanted to use my services, and I had to deny a few and select a few. Whether or not I selected the right few, I mean, that's neither here or there. That's probably for another video, but nonetheless, I denied some and selected some. So from the ones that I selected, this particular client came to me wanting to create a strategy for her business overall, but of course she also wanted to take advantage of the holiday season and most importantly, Black Friday. When she came to me, we spoke about rebranding the whole thing, right? She needed to have a new logo. We needed to do new research on her audience. We needed to create a new website. We needed to do a lot. The way that I operate is me and my team, we do not just come in and try to do marketing for you. If your brand is off, like if you don't know who your target audience is, if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know your brand's values or anything like that, we cannot do marketing for you until we establish that. So we go hard to research certain things to make sure that they're in place before we actually start marketing. Because if you just try to market something that doesn't have a strong foundation, you're not going to get anywhere with that. So this is something that I stress to everybody who comes across my desk basically. And I met with this particular client 3 times before she actually signed a contract to become a monthly client, right? So that shows that she understood what we needed to do before we can actually execute marketing, period. We needed to get some things up out the way. She came to me, I want to say at the beginning of October, right? Mind you, I just listed some of the things that we had to do, right, before we touched marketing. She needed to do certain things in order for us to create the website. So she needed to have a photo shoot, and she told me that she would do it that week we signed the contract so that I can have it at least 7 days after that date, and so that we can start working on the site to have it up by Black Friday. Fast forward, It is now my birthday, November 19th, and I am just getting the pictures. So we started working together the beginning of October, and it is now November 19th, and I'm just getting the pictures from the photo shoot.
Bruh.
Whether that was her fault or whether that was his fault, because I heard that they had to reschedule the shoot, I don't know whose fault it was, whether it was her, the photographer's fault, that wasn't really my problem. I got it November 19th. If you know what the date of Black Friday is, my birthday is kind of smack dab in the middle of November. It's about a week and a half or 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, depending on what year we're in. So this particular year, I think Thanksgiving was the 27th or the 28th, and so my birthday is the 19th, and that's when I got the pictures. And we were supposed to finish her website by then for it to be up. Sounds crazy, right? Your typical marketing kind of person or marketing agency would have been like, oop, that's too bad, we're just not gonna do it. Being that I was very, very, very nice to start out with, at least my first year in business, I took a lot of responsibility on. I treated everybody's business as if it was my own, and it didn't matter what they did wrong. I still felt like it was my responsibility to do certain things so that they didn't look bad and so that my brand didn't look bad as well as a result, because ultimately we are helping you like look your best, be your best type of thing. So I took it upon myself and I said, you know what, even though she was supposed to have this to me freaking 4 weeks before then, I'm still gonna try my best to get this website up. Once I got back from Houston, because I was in Houston for my birthday, I literally went ham. Like ham. I was working non-stop, not only for her because I had other clients as well, but I had things that I had planned on doing for other people, just things that I needed to check up on and things like that. But now that she had given me the pictures and she begged me basically to have her website done so that she can run a Black Friday sale, I went ham, like ham non-stop. I had my team working as well for her, to the point where I even had to give them a bonus because of how hard they were working during what was supposed to be like a family time. Like, we worked so hard, y'all. Like, look, we here right now, okay? I was working so hard that on Thanksgiving, I was supposed to cook half of the food. My boyfriend's mom was supposed to cook the other half, and I was legit cooking, hopping back on my laptop, cooking, hopping back on my laptop. And then when it was time to eat, I legit just stuffed my mouth real quick for 5 minutes, and then I went off to the side with my laptop to try and finish this website. I ended up finishing this website and putting everything live. We had already planned in advance what the Black Friday sale was supposed to be. We had already created the flyers for it and all of that stuff. So that wasn't a problem. The problem was people need somewhere to shop, obviously. If you're running a sale, where are they supposed to shop if you have no website? So that was why the website was so vital, and that's why the photo shoot was so vital, because she sold hair, well, she sells hair, and people need to see the hair on people to want to buy it. They need to see it. And just for the level of websites that we create, we needed photos, period. I got the website done, but that was just the tip of the iceberg, right? That was the tip of the iceberg. I need to tell y'all basically how everything seemed like it was going wrong for it to then go right, and what I did in this crisis situation. He launched the website, and how her sale was set up was she wanted to do 3 different types of sales all at once. Each of them needed to have their own discount code in order for the website to function correctly, because there's no way that the cart would automatically know what you're buying and what discount you want to use. Like, you have to decide what discount code you want to use, right? So just like when you're shopping on Fashion Nova and Fashion Nova sends you a bunch of discounts plus they're having a sale, it's up to you to decide which discount code you want to use and which one will give you the better savings. We put it up, they're running the sale, boom. We think everything's about to be all Gucci, right? I wake up on Friday because my boyfriend's family was here for like a week, and I literally didn't see them at all. Like, they were at my house and I couldn't even speak to them because I had so much to do. I decided that on Friday I wasn't going to work at all. I was going to take that time to spend with them. While I'm at the bowling alley, I get a call from this lady, and she's texting me, calling me, telling me, oh, people the discount code, they don't know how to use it. How do I get them to use it? Like going off. Mind you, everything was on the website clear as day. Everything was on the flyers clear as day. Not only did we have one grand flyer for Black Friday, but we had 3 different mini flyers that told you about the 3 different sales. So once you went to the website, you could have identified which sale you wanted to use and then pick the coupon code you wanted to use and do that. But for some reason, her audience wasn't understanding that, and some people were having some issues with discount codes. Like, they thought once they added it to cart, it would miraculously add the correct discount code for them, and it doesn't work like that. She ended up losing out on some of her sales because people didn't know how to read, and people didn't know how to follow directions correctly and how to use a website. I don't know. So she ended up losing out on sales. I believe she only made maybe $400 on Black Friday, and then for the course of that weekend, I believe she only made maybe 600 and some change or something like that. So immediately once I heard that, I went into crisis mode. So this is where I want you guys to kind of start taking notes from. So something that we're taught in the public relations world is called like crisis management. So immediately once she told me that people weren't understanding how to use these discount codes and things like that, I immediately started thinking, what can we do to bounce back from this? So tip number 1 from this entire story time is don't dwell on something that is going wrong. If something is going wrong, do your best to fix that situation and to bounce back from that situation with a better plan, okay? That's what I did for her. So I created a new sale. I said that the sale was gonna be site-wide. We weren't gonna do this, that, or that. It's site-wide, plus I added on free shipping to every single order that moves through the site, right? I created this sale and I told her that we needed to run it for a minimum of 3 days, but for 3 to 4 days to just, you know, kind of bounce back from the losses that we had experienced for the Black Friday weekend. She was all like, okay, whatever you need to do, go ahead and do it. You know, she was pretty like relaxed after she understood what led up to this. I did my due diligence and of course sending out the emails. I had already had certain automatic emails set up for her anyway. She set an advertisement budget of $50. Then I went in and I created what's called retargeting ads. This is the main golden nugget in this story time. Retargeting ads. So retargeting ads are the ads that you see once you went to somebody's website and you've shown interest to a product. Whether you stayed on that product's page for a long period of time, maybe you added it to your wish list, or maybe you added to cart and you never checked out. What retargeting ads can do is they will put little trackers on your computer and they will follow you around. Anybody who went to her website and added to cart, or anyone who looked at a particular product, I think for over 45 seconds or something like that, I scheduled, I programmed a retargeting ad to appear in front of them on Facebook, Instagram, and other apps that Facebook owns. What I also did, which is another golden nugget, is I made sure that the retargeting ad appeared as if it was talking specifically to that person. I let them know that I knew that they attempted to check out, or I know that they had an interest in this wig or these bundles. I let them know that by making sure that the content in the ad spoke to them at their current stage, right? So their buying stage they were at, they've already shown interest. These are hot leads. And so what I did was I was like, we saw you looking, we know you'd slay in these wigs, come back and shop with us for 30% off plus free shipping, right? I don't think the percentage was 30% off, I can't remember what it was exactly, but we know that you'd slay in these, sis, so come back and shop with us and get free shipping, da 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 da. I had a different variation of that. I think I set up about 3 variations of ads, but all of these went out to everybody who attempted to check out and didn't check out. They got to see this ad. So doing this put me in front of the eyes of people who already were interested, and so it wasn't wasting money or time trying to get people to get interested again. I know that you were interested, and so I set up these retargeting ads, and the first day that we ran them was December 5th, I believe, and she made $600 and something. The second day that these ads were running, she made $1,100. and all this stuff is going to be on the screen, but she made $1,100, which for the Black Friday weekend, like I told you already, she literally made, for those 4 days from Black Friday to that Sunday or Monday, she made approximately like $600. So when she had that $1,100 day, that was basically almost twice as much as she had made in a 4-day period in one day. Mind you, before this whole Black Friday thing happened, she was making sales here and there, like $100 here, $100 there, occasional maybe $200 if somebody splurged on themselves and got a super long wig or something like that. But she had never had an $1,100 day. Seeing that had already blew my mind. And mind you, she had a $50 budget. So we were able to get her on one day $600 something in sales, on another day $1,100 and something in sales on a $50 budget. We ran this sale and these ads for about 3.5 to 4 days. In that time period, she made over $2,600, okay? Over $2,600. So I know that it took me kind of like telling you the backstory and things like that. And I told you the backstory for a reason, because I want you to take these points from it. Number one, always plan ahead. Always have your marketing strategies and everything planned in advance. Like, you know when Thanksgiving is, you know when Black Friday is, you know when Memorial Day is. If you know that your business wants to have a sale during that time, you need to be planning in advance, at least a month out, depending on what the holiday is. When you're talking about Black Friday, Christmas and all that, you need to be planning these strategies and these campaigns a quarter in advance, right? You need to secure these photo shoots, do these video shoots, do whatever you need to do way in advance, especially knowing that the Q4 period is the big 4 for businesses, and you don't want to miss out on that. In this particular situation, what she could have done was she could have had this photo shoot before she reached out to me. That's one. Or she could have reached out to me in advance, like way in advance, right? Before October, because October is the start of Q4. So if she knew that she wanted to do certain things in Q4, she should have done that. That's neither here or there, but if you are planning on doing any type of sale, make sure that you're planning in advance. That's number one. Number two, never dwell on what is going wrong, okay? You need to audit, analyze, and reinvent. Whenever something isn't performing as you think it should, it's time for you to look at your numbers, analyze your numbers, see where you can improve, and then reinvent the wheel. And this is something that I teach within my free masterclass, where I share the power strategies on how I was able to build and scale my business, okay? So if you are interested in that, click the link down below and join that free masterclass so that you can know what I'm talking about when I say audit, analyze, and reinvent. The third thing is utilize retargeting tactics. If you do not use your email marketing to the full advantage, it is time for you to start doing that. At least have certain automated emails in place, so if somebody abandons cart or adds to the wish list or something like that, you can start sending emails to them saying, hey, you forgot something, come back, etc., etc. The same thing goes for advertising. Whether or not you want to use Facebook ads or whether or not you want to use Google ads, you need to have a retargeting ad strategy. If you're running a specific ad to a specific product or collection or for a specific sale, make sure that you have another ad set up to get those people who are going to show interest and maybe not buy the first time, because research shows that people need to see and interact with your brand at least 7 times before they buy something. So you want to make sure that you are putting yourself in different places so that they can remember your brand and come back and actually buy from you. The fourth thing is, when you're developing these retargeting ads or these retargeting emails, make sure that you're speaking to them at their current stage. And what I mean by that is, don't speak to them as if they're still a stranger to your brand. Don't speak to them as if they're somebody who has bought something from your brand before. Speak to them as if there is somebody who is highly interested in your brand, and you know that they're highly interested, and so you want them to come and shop. That is the language that you need to give to retargeting ads, because these are hot leads, right? These are hot people in your funnel who have already shown interest to your product or service, and they just need that extra nudge to buy. If you didn't gain anything from this story time, gain those 4 tips, okay? And learn from that story what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. If you're interested in learning how to grow your business, I definitely suggest that you check out these videos right here on the screen. One of them goes over my favorite strategies to use to grow your business, so definitely check that one out, and then check out the other one as well. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram at The Brand Hustler. You can also follow my personal Instagram at IamChanelQ, and be sure to check out the free masterclass in the description box if you need additional help, whether that's for ads, creating a marketing strategy, or anything like that. Click the link in the description box to book a strategy session with me one-on-one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye hustle babes.